Hey everybody, it is Margaret. Welcome to my video this morning. I felt really pulled to come this morning and go live actually to share this video with you. And I want to start by saying that I need you to understand that when I use the word child or if I refer to my children, I think this is a very good parameter to start with because you have to understand how I view my children. And this came from even before I had children. So when I was a teacher, I don't view, so like I say, if I bring up referring to stories about my children in this, I don't want you to take it as I'm calling anyone a child or you a child. So it's with this parameter being the backstory. I view children as human beings. So I would treat them in the same way I would treat anyone else. And the same goes for my children. I even sometimes hesitate. I know they are my children, but I don't necessarily see them as mine. They are human beings that I have been entrusted with the care of preparing for their life. So going forward, if you hear me saying stories about that, again, this is like the third time I'm saying it, but it's very important because I know some people will get their backs up if they feel like I'm calling them a child. So that's not where, and this video is coming from a place of love. Absolutely. So the catalyst for this was that lately I've been getting some comments and messages that have been a little bit prickly about why I'm not answering questions in the comment section, because I answer some, I don't answer all, and I've been getting some prickly. And so I thought, this is a really good thing to talk about, not only for me, but also for you in the bigger sense of setting boundaries for yourself. So to start off with, these are our family rules, not rules, but mottos. So we have these sort of mantras throughout our family day that I just sort of apply to everything with my kids, everything in our home, everything in my life, and also with you because you're an extension of my family. I'm here sharing, teaching, helping, growing because that's what I was my purpose in life, I think. I don't know. So I wrote them down, some of the things that we say to each other throughout the day. And I think that is also how I flow through the comments when I read things is number one, we can do hard things. So all the time, that's one of the things that we say as a family, we can do hard things. The other thing that we say to each other is we are flexible, capable people. So when we have a struggle with things, we say, you know what? We can do hard things. Or yesterday we were unloading a grandfather clock out of the cars, me and the kids like, okay, we can figure this out. We can do hard things. We're capable people. Another thing we say is many hands make light work, which I think a lot of people do. We love and care for each other, and we help, not hurt. And another thing that is very important in our household, and also because you're here with me, I extend these to you, is that I can't isn't is something that's in our vocabulary. It isn't I can't, it's I haven't figured it out yet or I need help. So taking those things and that mentality out of your repertoire and your brain, and it does take retraining, can really help you going forward. I don't know why my chat's not going. I am live. If you're here, let me know in the chat. So anyway, so I do have some reasons that I don't answer all the comments that I get, and I wanted to share those with you because not only will it explain why I don't answer some of the comments, but it's something that you can take into your own life and apply them to the people around you. Okay, so the number one, okay, I was just making sure that it was coming through. I'll come to the chat here in a second. So the first reason that I don't answer all the comments that I see in the comment section is that I want to empower you. And again, the overarching thing is I don't want to write something that comes across as harsh or rude. And I know that sometimes things coming across in text can be interpreted different ways, which is sometimes why I come on and make a video about it so you can hear my voice. And actually, one of the last ones that I was sort of a response type video to this sort of situation. Somebody else was like, "Well, why do you da da da?" I was like, "Well, if you watch the video, you could hear my voice and hear that I am saying what I'm answering this question so you can hear it and see it here and know that I'm not coming from a hateful, hurtful place. And the response I got was like, well, I don't have time to watch that. Okay. So, anyway, my first reason is, I want to empower you because I want you to see that you can do hard things, that you are a capable person. So sometimes I will get a comment asking me something so basic. And I'm not saying that in the rude vernacular that people use it now, like she's basic, but something like this literally happened 2 nights ago. My children, I tasked them with making dinner. We got the Hello Fresh, so it's step by step. And one of my kids came in and said, um, do we have a potato masher? No, we don't. Well, what am I going to do? How am I going to mash these potatoes? And this was what I did. Silence, looking, because that is something that is a clicking in your brain that's like, okay, what do I do if I don't have the tool I need for this? Click, 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 click. You've got to figure it out, because if you have somebody constantly feeding you the answers, then you will never take the time to let your brain click and say, oh, you know what, I figured it out. I did hard things. When my sister and nephew were here, I tasked two of the kids to put together this wire shelf that goes over the toilet, and it was a struggle for them, but I would not let them give up. I would not, and I could tell they were at the breaking point. I finally eventually went down there and I didn't tell them what to do. I said, let's take it apart. Let's start again. Read the first direction. I wanted them to feel empowered, that so when they finished, it wasn't that some, deus ex machina swooped in and saved the day. It's that they did it themselves. So I want that for you. And I know, again, I'm referring to my children, but I know and you probably know plenty of adults too that are just so quick to give up and to say, somebody else do this for me. I can't do this. Unfortunately, a lot of times as a women, because it's like, I can't open this jar. I can't do this. I can't lift this thing. I can't get this thing. I need somebody to come and help me. Um, but I want you to see, and whether that's our training from growing up or, the way things we've been taught or talked to, but over time, it's like, I want that for you, that you can say, I can do hard things. I'm a capable person, that it's so ingrained in you that you can figure it out. Also, like one of my kids yesterday was asking me, I want to make print on demand stuff and I want to create, I can't do that. I'm like, whoa, can't what? Um, I had to figure it out. I figured it out step by step by step by step. I watched videos, read tutorials, there was nobody that took me by the hand and walked me along and did it step by step for me. And at the end of that, what did I come away with? The feeling of, I built this. I did this. Nobody did this for me. And that's something that's so empowering, because once you have those little successes along the way where you're building up, like, I have created these things, I have done these things, it makes so many other things so much easier. Okay. Second thing, another reason that I don't answer some of the comments is, and same thing with my kids, people, is that I'm respecting you, right? I don't want to talk down to you. I wrote notes because I'm like, I want to make sure you think it's more that I don't want to do it. Well, there you go. But then that's the thing, Terry. I'm sorry, I'm going to jump in the comments. She says, I think it's more that I don't want to do it. That's fine. But if there are some people that they don't want to do it, but they want somebody else to do it for them. And that's where that respect comes in. Not wanting to do it is one thing. Fine, then don't do it. But somebody, not you, but there have been people that are like, I just want you to do it for me. And how is that respectful to the person you're requesting or demanding that they do that for you? You know what I mean? And that's actually coming in here in a minute. So another reason that I don't respond is that I'm trying to respect people, because sometimes when they ask questions, I don't want, and the only way I can think to respond will sound like I'm talking down or being rude. And when someone says, I had this comment yesterday or today that was like, I need you to give me tips on helping and it wasn't a nice ask. It was like, I need you to tell me how to improve my eBay store. I don't know how to respond to that kindly. And that's maybe me, but I want to say, like, I have over 2,000 videos on my channel, and many of them are exactly about that. But the fact that this person wants me to take my time to write out, and I can't see their story for the second part, is just like, so you want me to make a list specifically just for you right here, right now, in my moment, in my time, single mom, homeschooling my kids, self-employed, just moved to a whole new state, like all of these things, but you are feeling disrespected that I haven't answered that question for you in this moment right now, right? So it's like, I don't want to come across as rude. I mean, today I finally did. I just answered it and was like, I don't see your store. I have over 2,000 videos that answer that question, you know? So sometimes when I don't answer, it's that, yeah. And it'll just come through like, and then like I said, I said, well, I made a video just about that. Well, I don't have time to watch that. Like, wait, you want me to have already made the answer to this, but you want me to type it all out right now for you because you don't have the time to go actually watch what I already, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm trying to respect you and show you how to respect me. And so, and again, it's like, the people that are going to hear it are the people that probably already know it, or the people that, don't want to hear it. It's going to hit that wall, bounce back, and just, they're going to reflect. You know how it is. You see the world is what you see it. I don't want to specifically say that, but if you think the world is a bad place, you're going to see bad things in the world. If you think the world is a good place and people are helpful and kind, then that's what you're going to see. So it's like you said, Lexi, yeah, the kind of people who act that way are the people that are destined to fail anyway. True. And then another reason I don't always respond is that I'm respecting myself and my boundaries, especially if the message is particularly rude coming to me, but they're wanting me to do something for them. I have enough respect for myself to not engage in that kind of behavior. I mean, if you are here and do YouTube as well, you know perfectly well that there are some pretty prickly comments that you get, and you don't have to respond to them all. And sometimes I just hide comments, that's, and I know I'm gonna already get it, because sometimes I just hit the hide comment button, hide from channel or whatever it is. And I know I'm gonna get this comment, like, that's, repressing somebody's freedom of speech. Fine. You had the freedom to say it. I have the freedom to not have to read it or hear it. And YouTube wouldn't put that little button there if it wasn't something I could use, you know? There are some lovely people out there, true. Another reason I don't always answer is that other friends or of the channel may have already answered that comment. And in real life, same thing. Sometimes you'll be in a room, whether you work at a job or you're working with some people, but for some reason, everybody can be saying the answer, but this person's like, but I have to hear it from you. I can't hear it from Lexi. I can't hear it from Jordan. I can't hear it from Terry or Rebecca or Lickety Flip. I have to hear it from Margaret. And it's like, whoa, they've already answered the question. Why do I have to, So sometimes you already have the answer, Okay, so I feel like I kind of covered all the stuff I was going to say. Make sure that I have everything. That being said, I am here to help, and I want everyone to feel success. I mean, ultimately, that's one of the big reasons I created this channel, is that I know what reselling and YouTube and all of these things have done for me. And I want that for you too. I want that for my kids. I want that for my sister, my nephew, my everybody. That I want so much for you just to reach out and take life, because it's there for all of us, and we are all capable. We all have that in us. Even if you're like, I don't know, then you need to change the way you're thinking, because that is your choice. You can choose to believe that you are a capable person that can do hard things. You need to believe that you are a person that can get up and make life successful for yourself. And I want that for you so much. And I know there are people, and I'm probably gonna make another video about like finding free things. I've gone back and forth because there are some like secrets, they're not secrets, but there are some ways, especially before I moved here, that we were finding lots of free things to sell that made us a lot of money. And initially the person I was with was like, don't be sharing that information, then you're going to be like feeding your competition. And I'm just thinking, there's so much plenty and bounty in this world. There's enough for everybody. Why? I mean, that's that mentality of like, all mine, and that's just not me. It's like, I don't need a hoard of food that's going to rot over here and seeing other people like they need and I have it all. That's just not who I am. There's enough for everybody. Okay. So true. And Lexi says, you can tell you're an empathetic and giving person. It's shame when people think they can abuse that. And it's funny you mentioned that because I don't know if I've been on this journey of, I don't know, growth. Towards a higher purpose, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like that was one of the last big lessons that I had to learn. I had a dream last night. I don't want to get into it too hard, but I had a dream last night that was letting me know that this last big, horrible stretch of my life was that exact lesson that I need to understand that I am an empathetic person and that there are people, entities, whatever, that would easily take advantage of that, and how to create that boundary for myself and still have that empathy and love and care, but be okay with saying no and be okay with saying, I'm not going to accept that. I love you. I love you so much, but I can't have you treat me this way. I have to let you go. And that's just, and it's a hard lesson to learn, especially when you love so deeply. And I know I'm speaking about specific people, but I'm also speaking about you, because I wouldn't do this if I didn't care deeply about your well-being and your potential to have a really good life, because that potential is there for every single one of us, and just, I want you to take those things out of your brain that say, well, that's fine for you, or that's good for you, or you could do it, but I can't. I want you to start replacing those thoughts with, I can do hard things. I am a capable person. I am empowered to change my life. I can have a fantastic, full life, beautiful life. And I want to get off my soapbox, but I want that for you. And it's there for you. It's your choice to make it happen. Nobody can make it happen for you, but you can make it happen. All right. I do love you very much. And I am going to go and enjoy a beautiful walk in the 59-degree temperatures that we have right here in Colorado this morning with my beautiful children. And we're going to go out. I'm challenging you. Every time we go out, I tell the kids, okay, let's see what new and exciting thing that we're going to see today that we've never seen before. So even when we go on walks, look for something you've never seen before, something that will open your eyes and be like, oh, look at that. That's so cool. All right, you guys, much love to you too. I'll see you later. Bye.